All right, what's going on YouTube? This is BoxingWave, and I wanted to address Mauricio Sulaiman's comments about Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn. Okay, Sulaiman is the president of the WBC. Okay, and Dillian Whyte has been ranked #1 at heavyweight for the WBC for the past almost 2 years now. Okay, uh, now where should I begin? Because this is something that we've been addressing for a while now, about Dillian Whyte not really getting his fair shake and not getting his title shot. I know a lot of Wilder fanboys. Hi guys, I know you guys are here because you only come here when I address anything that could be related to Wilder. I know a lot of these guys pretty much are okay with this fight not happening because they have an hatred for Eddie Hearn. But Dillian Whyte deserves his shot. It has nothing to do with promotions, networks, or anything like that. Dillian Whyte has been ranked #1 for a long time. Okay, he was even ranked #1 when Wilder fought Luis Ortiz. Okay, it's been a long time, and Dillian Whyte has taken some good fights. All right, very very dangerous fights that he didn't have to take. So let's address this situation. Wilder has fought Luis Ortiz. He's fought Tyson Fury. He's fought Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil was his mandatory, which he pretty much skipped over Dillian Whyte. Okay, even though Dillian Whyte was ranked #1, they made Brazil mandatory. At first, they was gonna make Dillian Whyte and Dominic Brazil fight each other in order to get a title shot. All right, but instead they end up making Dominic Brazil the mandatory, and not only that, but they also ordered a rematch between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Okay, still not giving opportunities. They've been giving everybody an opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder and accept Dillian Whyte. No matter, doesn't even matter that he's been a #1 guy. Even in future fights, Wilder has publicly said, Luis Ortiz, I will be fighting Luis Ortiz in a rematch in the fall, and then we are setting up for 2 Tyson Fury fights following that. Okay, for next year. Okay, so Dillian Whyte is gonna go on pretty much 3+ years while being the #1 ranked guy at the WBC without getting a fight with Deontay Wilder. And listen, even if you love Wilder, it doesn't matter if you love him and you hate Eddie Hearn. Again, do you think it's fair that Dillian Whyte is not getting his title shot? Okay? Everyone deserves a fair shake. It doesn't matter if you hate Eddie Hearn and you just want him to crash and burn and you want all of his fighters to lose. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Dillian Whyte deserves his title shot. He deserves his fair shake. And there's no way you can argue that. And Mauricio Sulaiman, in his comments, he's basically said, listen, we've been mediating behind the scenes, trying to make this fight happen. He said something about he was trying to give Whyte an interim fight opportunity since October. But he doesn't need an interim title. He's the #1 ranked fighter. Wilder is fighting. He is active. He deserves his shot. Why are you giving everyone else a shot if this guy is your #1 ranked guy and he's been that way for over a year and a half? Okay, so why are you giving everyone else an opportunity if this guy is right here? He's #1. He should be fighting Deontay Wilder. Okay, if Wilder beats him and knocks him out, which I think is going to happen, this has nothing to do with predictions or where do we think the fight is gonna go. It has nothing to do with that. The fight should happen. This is like the news that came out last week about the WBC and the WBA trying to order a fight with Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder now. They want to order that fight now. Why are you ordering a unification match now when Joshua had the titles? He had 3 titles for a while, but you never ordered that. But why are you now ordering an Andy Ruiz fight after he beats Joshua? It doesn't make any sense. It makes it seem like the WBC is biased towards Wilder or certain fighters. You know, that's not right. Why do you order the fight now that we have a new champion? You didn't order the fight when we had an old champion. Why are you ordering a Tyson Fury rematch when you have a guy that should be the mandatory to fight Wilder? This guy has been the number one ranked fighter. Now I understand when it comes to social media, and he was expressing his frustrations with the comments that he's received, people threats. You know, it should never go that far. Fanboys do that. I'm not surprised when I hear that. I'm sure there's some Anthony Joshua fanboys or Dillian Whyte fanboys that's out there that's tweeting him, just tweeting him threats, saying terrible things about his family. It should never go that far. Okay, it should never be like that. I don't like it myself when I receive stuff like that in the comments of my YouTube channel. So I understand that people on the internet, they get a little crazy, but social media does serve a purpose, and that's the thing. I don't think boxing was ready for that. Now, social media, when it comes to all kind of sports, people are gonna attack the athletes directly. Okay, they are. All right, you can't stop it. You go to Instagram, you look at the comments of these other athletes and other sports. They can be pretty ruthless. Okay, but the thing is, with boxing, there's so much corruption. Okay, there's so many entities involved. We don't just have, you know, the organization and the players and stuff like that. We have, the sanctioning bodies involved. We have the networks. We have the managers. We have the advisors. We have the promoters. We have the fighters. We have the trainers. We have everyone that plays a hand in getting these fights together. So social media and the fans have direct contact with these people. They can literally tweet you. They can go on your Instagram page. They could go on your YouTube channel. They could go on whatever they want. All right. And they hear directly what the fans are saying. So that is the good part about having social media, because these boxers, these trainers, these people watch our channels. They read the comments they see on Twitter. You know, that it was never like that before. So before, they could make these moves behind closed doors and nothing would ever get out. Now, I think when it comes to negotiating, you should do these things behind closed doors. Okay, but when it gets to a point like this Dillian Whyte situation where no moves are being made, all right, then it's the time where you go public. The guy is only human. I mean, if the guy is frustrated that he's not getting his title shot and everybody else is getting their piece of Wilder and he's not, I can understand the brother to come out and say that, yo, like, why am I not getting my title shot? This is bullshit. I can understand. He's only human. Like, he's frustrated that he's not getting his title shot. You know? I think he should air it out because it's making the fans put pressure on the WBC to make this fight happen. And this is not Wilder's fault. It's the WBC's fault. It's not Wilder's fault directly. This is why we have the sanctioning bodies, because they are supposed to restore order. Okay, when the fights can't get made between the fighters and the promoters, this is when the organization, the sanctioning bodies, is supposed to step in and order these fights. Just like they're trying to order an Andy Ruiz unification match to become undisputed, or they're trying to order a Tyson Fury fight, which he turns down. He turns it down, and then they give Brazil the opportunity. Why is Tyson Fury even getting? Why is he even getting? Why are they even ordering a Tyson Fury rematch, which Tyson Fury hasn't even been active. He's not even ranked in the WBC. But you out of nowhere just randomly manipulate the rankings and just throw certain names in there when you're trying to make a fight, which is ridiculous. That's nonsense. We all know. Listen, I'm not trying to discredit Fury. We already know he's the lineal champion and everything like that. But this guy wasn't fighting for a couple years. He comes back. He pops up, and he fights two scrubs, and he gets a Wilder fight, and because the fight went to a draw, they're ordering a rematch. And now Wilder is coming out and saying, like, listen, I'm gonna fight Ortiz, then I'm gonna have 2 fights with Tyson Fury. And I'm like, yo, when is this guy gonna get a title shot? You know, I remember watching a video with Dillian Whyte, and they was interviewing him, and he was saying, like, Wilder sent a text, or well, he said text, but he meant DM on Instagram, basically saying, uh, I'm gonna make you wait 2 years. And it seemed like that's what's really happening. He's making him wait 2 years. Wilder even said that. So even if you're a Wilder fan, even if you think Dillian Whyte is gonna get knocked out, it doesn't matter. The fight should still happen. It's like now when people are saying, when Joshua loses a fight to a credible opponent like Andy Ruiz, now people are like, oh well, Wilder would have knocked him out. And that was what I said in the video. Wilder would have knocked him out, but we still should have saw the fight. We still got to see the fight. I think a lot of the fans and fanboys, let me say fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys. I'm not dissing Wilder fans. I'm dissing the fanboys, that are the extremes, that are going to ride or die no matter what given situation, even if it, you know, even if it contradicts something that they previous said. If Wilder, they're fine with the fact that somebody else beat Joshua before Wilder got a chance to beat him. And that's not right. They're okay with fighters. They're okay with looking better against a common opponent like Dominic Brazil. Wilder knocks him out in 1 round. Joshua took 7 rounds to do it. Okay, but they're okay with that. But it shouldn't even go that way. Just like it shouldn't go with the Errol Molina fight where Joshua got rid of him easily, quickly, and Wilder had trouble, got hurt against Molina. It shouldn't be that way. I mean, those are good for analyzing and talking about the upcoming fight between the two of them, but that's it. You compare common opponents to be able to analyze and predict how the fight is going to go. It's not supposed to be used as a tool to say, well, we don't even need to see that fight because look what happened with Andy Ruiz and Joshua. No, we should have gotten that fight. We should have had that fight. So we have to think logically here and say, all right, no matter how much we hate Eddie Hearn, no matter how much we love Wilder, Dillian Whyte deserves his title shot. And Mauricio Sulaiman did not give any details on why. He did not even answer the question. He did not even give us a reason on why they're making a fight. All he said was he gave Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn a warning. And basically he said, I mean, when you give a warning and not really giving any reasoning behind, and you're kind of like giving a warning, now you're leaving us to speculate what you're saying when you give us a warning. Are you going to just punish him and make him wait longer to get a title shot? And Eddie Hearn has come out and said that they're going to sue the WBC. Now, my problem with that is that that's something you should just go and do. Because I've been saying that for a while now on this channel. They should sue the WBC. I said that a while ago on here. You go in months and months and months, and Wilder's taking other fights. Sue the WBC. If you're going to sue the WBC, just sue them already. Just do that. Sue them then. Why are you telling the public you're going to sue them? Just do it. Because at this point, you have enough evidence as far as what we've received, because we don't know everything, but from what we've received and the fact that Sulaiman is not giving us any further information. Okay, all he said is that I'm warning you guys, I'm receiving threats, you guys are just publicly bashing me. Okay, well, what's up with the fight? You say something about interim title shots since October. Interim title, he doesn't need an interim title. Deontay Wilder is fighting. He is actively fighting. He's not hurt or anything like that. What does he need an interim? He's been active. He's been fighting other fighters. You're moving guys ahead of Dillian Whyte. that are behind Dillian Whyte. And you know what's gonna happen, and this is how I personally feel. I personally feel they're banking on Whyte losing to Oscar Rivas and him not getting a title shot at all. Because we seen what happened with Ruiz. Everyone's saying Ruiz, beat Joshua, so Wilder would have beaten him. Well, if Rivas happens to win a fight against Dillian Whyte, what are they going to say? They're going to say, "Hey, well, he lost to Oscar Rivas. He doesn't even deserve a shot against Wilder. Wilder would have knocked him out." No, he deserves a fight with Wilder directly. All this other opponent here beats him. So we already know what Wilder would have did. No, we want to see Dillian Whyte fight Wilder himself and get his opportunity. I think Wilder would beat that Dillian Whyte. But it doesn't mean nothing. What if Dillian Whyte wins? He has a great shot at winning. He's a tough fighter. He's been fighting the best fighters outside of the champions. He's been fighting really good fighters. He deserves a shot. Just give the man his fair shake. That's all I'm saying here. All right. So I think I addressed everything when it comes to that. Um, you know, I really have nothing else to say. I hope Dillian Whyte wins the fight against Oscar Rivas because I want him to get his shot against Wilder. He deserves that shot. And listen, these other fights are not bad. I'm not really into the Luis Ortiz rematch because Ortiz didn't do much in between, but make him look older in between his loss to Wilder. Meanwhile, Dillian Whyte are fighting guys like Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora, and he's taking a bit better fights in between. He's taking danger. Now he's fighting Oscar Rivas. Like these are dangerous fights that Luis Ortiz himself is not even taking. Tyson Fury is fought Tom Schwartz. He's not even taking dangerous fights in between. But they're getting shots against Deontay Wilder, and I think that's unfair. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Make sure you guys subscribe. So I got more videos on the way. Peace.